Why not take our flagship smartphone and provide the fastest avenue to consumers at the best price? That's the question Motorola put to itself when commissioning the new Moto X Style, or Moto X Pure Edition if you're in the US, and the company invited us to New York City for a quick look. I'm Michael Fisher with Pocketnow, and this is a hands-on with the all-new Motorola Moto X. You know what this phone reminds me of? The old Palm Pre 3. I know it's a stretch, but stick with me. The Pre 3 was a scaled-up Pre 2, which itself was an inflated first-gen Pre. And physically, that's what the Moto X Style is. It takes the best elements of its predecessors and scales them to a larger size. Same curvaceous in-hand feel, same reassuring heft, more massive than ever at 179 grams, same characteristic finger dimple, same extensive customizability. On that subject, we have new options in Motorola's custom Moto Maker suite, including a silicone rubber soft grip backing material, Saffiano leather from Horween, and the traditional wood grain options as well. The metal accent on the back calls out the primary camera. It's got a 21 megapixel resolution with an f2.0 aperture and dual tone flash, and Motorola also said that it collects more light, is faster to focus and capture, and produces more accurate colors than its predecessors. Still no optical stabilization or full manual controls here, but Motorola did add a wide-angle lens and a flash to the 5 megapixel selfie shooter around front. Thankfully, it's pretty unobtrusive. Software on the camera viewfinder looks much the same, which you'll either love or hate. I asked Motorola's SVP of Sales why the company opted to go bigger yet again with the formerly petite Moto X. His answer? More and more people are using their phones to watch movies and browse the web, so they decided to include a panel that would make that look good. We're talking Quad HD resolution here at 5.7 inches, just shy of the Nexus 6 screen size. Now that sounds ridiculous, and you'd be forgiven for thinking this thing's gotta be a behemoth. But actually, not so much. Motorola's gotten the screen-to-body ratio on this sucker to 76%, so the result is a phone that's big, but it's not as big in the hand as it probably looks on your screen. We'll have to see, though, whether the 3000 mAh battery is enough to power it through a full day, especially given the switch from AMOLED to IPS LCD for the display technology. Frankly, I'm concerned. Motorola's made big promises in this department before, and while the inclusion of turbocharging is nice, the lack of any kind of wireless charging is, I think, a big oversight. On software, almost nothing has changed. We've still got a near stock build of Android Lollipop with the traditional Moto suite of enhancements. That means you can give your phone commands without touching it, it can read your texts aloud to you, and you can dictate replies, and Moto Display is back too, complete with its IR sensors so you can wave a hand over the phone to see your pending notifications. It's all great, we love this stuff and find it very useful, but Google stole or adapted most of these features for the Nexus 6. So it would have been nice to see Motorola give the new Moto X even more standout capabilities. The Moto X Pure Edition will come in 16, 32, and 64 gig options, and you can also opt to add micro SD support in Moto Maker, which is a nice extension of that service. Powering everything is a Snapdragon 808 processor at 1.8 GHz, backed up by 3 gigs of RAM. The Moto X Pure Edition will go on sale this fall at Motorola.com, BestBuy.com, and Amazon.com. And get this, it starts at $399 unlocked. That's a crazy low price point for this kind of device with these kinds of customizations, and it's possibly the biggest indicator yet of how mainstream manufacturers are being forced to adapt to a new reality in the smartphone space. Whether the Moto X Pure Edition will be worth it remains to be seen, but given its unique combination of features, customizability, and price, I think it stands a chance of being one of the most significant smartphones of the year when it launches this September. For more from Motorola's event in New York City today, check out our other videos here on YouTube, and be sure to visit us at Pocketnow.com. Till next time, this has been Michael Fisher with Pocketnow, Captain Two Phones on Twitter. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.